Hey guys, before we get into this video, just wanted to let you guys know that this video is brought to you by Fanatical. They are offering you some great discounts on both Hitman 2 and Tropico 6. You guys can use my codes that I'll leave in the description box down below and you'll save 25% off on both games. Hitman 2 is just about to release. Tropico 6 is scheduled for a release early next year, so check both of those out. Now, onto the video. Hey, what's going on guys? Mush back at it with another video, and another video means another free game for you guys to take advantage of, and it's a relatively expensive game that Humble is giving out for free right now. It's an early access title. Unfortunately, a little bit of a caveat attached to it, but we will cover that in just a bit. Also, I feel like I have to talk a little bit more about Diablo Immortal. This is just so crazy, and everybody's talking about it, and I really want to come at it from the most objective viewpoint I can. I know it's easy to completely crap on Blizzard right now, and I will be doing some of that, don't get me wrong, but I also want to come at it from an objective viewpoint and also analyze this decision from a business sense because it does make some sense. However, I still think Blizzard went about this the complete wrong way. So we'll get into all of that. Also, Battlefield 5, you might not know, is playable right now as a part of Origin Access Premier. That's of course EA's premier subscription service, and unfortunately for those of you with some new NVIDIA GPUs, you won't be able to utilize ray tracing, at least not quite yet. More on that at the end of this video. First, let's take a look at the free game that's available right now on Humble, and that is Fractured Lands. Now, I mentioned a little bit of a caveat attached to this. Unfortunately, Humble has already ran out of Steam keys for Fractured Lands. However, if you add it to your cart and check out over at Humble, when they get more keys, and they are working on getting more keys, the key will be added to your library. So just check out. You won't get the game right away, but once Humble gets more keys, they will have that for you. You can redeem it on Steam, and then you're good to go. Now, Fractured Lands is an early access battle royale title, and right away that is going to really irritate some people. However, relax, you're getting the game for free. Typically goes for $24.99. Right now on Steam, there's actually a 30% off discount, and you can play free for the weekend. So you could just take advantage of the free offering at Humble. That's your key to keep forever, and then you can just play it for free for the weekend over on Steam, and then I'm sure Humble will acquire more keys by then, and then you essentially have Fractured Lands forever, so just do that. But the game itself was released back at the end of July, and its description is this: as a survivor of the Fractured Lands, your vehicle is your only friend. Fuel is your lifeline, and your survival depends on what you're willing to do to be the last one alive. Scavenge buildings, upgrade vehicles, and build loadouts as the enroaching storm forces you to face off with the worst in the lands. Now, the issue with these multiplayer games that unfortunately don't resonate too much from a commercial standpoint, and they're buy-to-play, if you don't have a strong community attached to the game essentially becomes worthless because you need a community for a multiplayer game to actually be playable. So yeah, this game was just gonna go to the wayside if they didn't do anything quick, but now that it's free on Humble, take advantage of that. Maybe play it for free on Steam. Again, you will be able to play it for free over the weekend. They actually have a discount on it too, but don't get the discount, just get it for free over at Humble. I will leave a link in the description box down below. I know the cool thing right now to do is to hate on Battle Royale titles, but hey, it's free, you might as well get it. Add it to your ever-growing and ever-evolving Steam library, because if you watch my videos consistently, you probably have tens or hundreds of games just by taking advantage of all of the free games, and here's another one for you guys. Moving on from that, just about every PC gamer is talking about Blizzard, Diablo Immortal, and there was a recent response that Blizzard has put out saying, quote, "We have shifted our best developers over to new mobile titles across Blizzard IPs." In an interview with GameSpot, it was also said that Diablo for mobile will be the next big core pillar for the Diablo franchise going forward. This is so crazy because it seemingly came out of nowhere, but at the same time, we've seen Blizzard make some moves in the mobile market with games like Hearthstone. I don't have exact commercial numbers for Hearthstone, but I'm guessing that Blizzard is making an absolutely obscene amount of money through Hearthstone from mobile, and they just see a lot of longevity in mobile as a platform. Over here in the West, a lot of people revolt on mobile, but I believe in the East, mobile is far more accepted, and for a lot of gamers over there, it has become the way to play. So from a business sense, from a monetizing sense, I can understand why Blizzard is going this route. However, the way they went about announcing this, doing it at BlizzCon, hyping up this game to a Western audience, because guess what? Whoever's going to BlizzCon, that's more of a Western audience that you're dealing with. That's more of a hardcore Blizzard audience. Those are the people that have been playing Blizzard games for years upon years, and to announce a mobile exclusive game, remember that they said that Diablo Immortal right now is going to be exclusive to mobile. There's that meme interview, and it's crazy. I'm not huge into BlizzCon, so it's not like I watched that press conference live, but just catching up on everything, it's just so incredible how big of a blunder this was from a PR sense. And this is what developers and publishers have really gone wrong in 2018. It's incredible to me how these publishers cannot analyze their audience. This might be a good move from a business sense. There's a time and place to announce a game like Diablo Immortal. You don't hype up your core audience thinking that there's there's gonna be a new traditional Diablo experience and then offer a mobile experience. Who didn't see this coming from a mile away? Blizzard is absolutely huge. There's a reason they're as successful as they are today, and how they couldn't assess their audience and realize, hey, announcing a Diablo game that's exclusive to mobile at BlizzCon, where our audience is the core audience that we've had for a very, very long time, that's probably gonna tick them off. But no, they announced Diablo Immortal anyway. They held a Q&A for it, and this was just a obvious train wreck waiting to happen. If you go back a month and tell any gamer that this was Blizzard's strategy in announcing Diablo Immortal, they would tell you that it was an absolute train wreck. They couldn't even believe it was happening. There was somebody as a part of the Q&A that asked if this was an off-time April Fool's joke. That's how bad it is. Again, monetarily, Diablo Immortal might be a successful game. Who knows? But again, it was just so obvious how bad this was going to be from a PR standpoint, and EA did something so similar back at E3. Everybody watched EA's E3 conference to see Battlefield 5 multiplayer gameplay. What did we get instead? We got a single-player cinematic trailer for Battlefield 5, and then we got Command & Conquer mobile gameplay. Who the hell thought this was a good idea? And I know I'm getting heated, but this just seems so obvious to me. There's a time and place for all of these announcements, and for Diablo Immortal, that time and place was not BlizzCon. And I don't know how you remedy this situation. Over here in the West, people are just gonna say negative things about Diablo Immortal for the sake of saying negative things. It could be a great mobile game. Who knows? I'm not really a mobile gamer, so I'm not in the place to assess mobile gaming experiences. However, right now, how you remedy this situation, I don't even know. Maybe before the end of the year, if you announce a Diablo 4, if it's a traditional Diablo experience, it's coming to PC, okay, that can divert some attention from Diablo Immortal. But at this point, is that even something in the works? Is that something they even had in the pipeline? Who knows? I'm sure Blizzard is coming up with something, because right now, if you continue the way that they're going right now, this is an absolute train wreck in the works. And it's just gonna get worse if the game is released exclusively on mobile and nothing is done about it. You know all kinds of negative reviews are coming for that game, and that's definitely not a good look for the first Diablo game on mobile, but we'll see how that turns out. Again, it's just so crazy to me how so many publishers this year cannot analyze their own audience. Assess your audience. Know your audience. EA saying dumb things like don't like Battlefield 5, don't buy it. Blizzard announcing Diablo Immortal at BlizzCon. It's so obvious, but for some reason it's an issue I see keep reoccurring. So let's just move on from that. I think you guys know where I stand on it. Let's talk about Battlefield 5 real quick. Haven't had a chance to play it myself, but it is available as a part of Origin Access Premier right now. If you guys don't know, it's $15 a month. It grants you all of the benefits that Origin Access does, but it also gives you access to all new EA games. Right now, there's no ray tracing, and it looks like this is going to come through a future update. NVIDIA is another company that, in my opinion, this year has failed to assess its audience, and that has really caused a blunder as far as the new GPUs go, but that's an entirely different topic. We'll talk about that in the future. I don't know how big of an issue this is in terms of people choosing to buy or not buy Battlefield 5. However, with Battlefield 5, ray tracing was one of the heavily promoted games, and now it not even being available at launch. That's a little bit crazy to me, and Battlefield 5 already having a negative stigma attached to it. But yeah, with BF5, I feel like that ship has already sailed. I don't see this game doing well from a commercial standpoint. As far as the game itself, it probably will be pretty good. I mean, did you guys play Battlefield 1? I thought Battlefield 1 was an awesome game. I imagine BF5 will be a good game too. I just think the promotion for it, just like Diablo Immortal, complete train wreck. So that's gonna conclude this video, guys. Again, I'll leave a link for a free copy of Fractured Lands in the description box down below. Humble did run out of Steam keys, but they're working on getting more, and they will be added to your download page as soon as they get them. So check that out. Let me know your thoughts on Diablo Immortal. Do you think I'm overreacting? I'm pretty sure I'm not, considering if you look at the like to dislike ratio on that video, it's pretty insane, and everybody's kind of on the same boat. So let me know your thoughts, and what do you think about Battlefield 5 having no ray tracing? Is that a make it or break it for you? Is this a game you already had no interest in? Which is kind of incredible, because Battlefield is one of those staple PC franchises. I just remember going back to 2011, so many people bought a gaming PC just for Battlefield 3. That was the game that sold me on PC gaming, and now fast forward, what, 7 years later, Battlefield 5 just doesn't have that same appeal. We'll see how the overall commercial and critical reception is for the game in the coming weeks. And that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. If you have a request for a future video, leave it in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.